Hello, my name is Tom Hunt, one of the co-founders of Bcast. Today we're talking about Auto Optin. So one of the big challenges that almost every podcaster has is the ability to convert people that listen, e.g. downloads, into leads. Which essentially means an email address, because when you have the email address, you can nudge people and ultimately convert them to customers. Now, this is a big challenge for podcasters. And so anything we can do to make it easier for someone who's listening to give us their email address is going to have a massive impact. And so what we have built with Bcast is something called Auto Optin. So once you're in your account, you can go to email lists and create a new email list. Let's just click on this existing one. So we'll add the name, description. We can then integrate either with Zapier webhooks or with the only email provider we do integrate with right now is Email Octopus. So that's what I have done. And then you choose the list here. So that's the two options. We have many more coming down the pipeline. Zapier webhooks, you do need a premium account, but it will enable you to send email addresses to anything that Zapier integrates to, which is pretty much anybody. So once that is set up, we can click save. And then what this does is it creates a Bcast email address. So here's podcast@bcast.email. And so if you were to send a blank email now to this email address, you would be added to my list. And so the idea here is that we can create something that a listener wants, e.g. an ebook, a webinar, a case study, or even a live event. And then in the audio, you can explain this and then say, send a blank email to this email address. They send the blank email, they're added as leads to this list, and they get sent through Zapier or into Email Octopus if you're using that because of the integration. And then you can nurture them from there. So if you are to send a blank email to podcast@bcast.email, you'll get added into my list that I have as a general list for the podcast. So I email every episode to that list. You'll get a couple of nurturing emails, and then you'll receive every episode that we release by email after that. So the other thing you can do as well is create a new email address on your domain and then forward all emails from that domain to this one. So that means you can call out an email address related to your domain in the episode, not necessarily bcast.email. Then, of course, you can take that ad and insert that into a number of episodes using audio inserts. So we found that there's typically a 25% increase in conversion rate when people use this method versus a long, complex URL that you send people to. So this is how we can increase the number of listeners that convert into leads. We recommend creating something very compelling for your listeners that helps solve the next problem for the listener, creating a Bcast email address, inserting that ad that you record about 20 seconds to the start or end of every episode with audio inserts, and then you're going to have this automatic lead generation machine that should be sending you leads as you're sleeping. Thank you so much for watching.